Today will be cloudy, becoming breezy by this afternoon with heavy gusty thunderstorms. Storms can bring flash flooding and damaging winds. High today 84 to 92. Then look for a thunderstorm in spots this evening. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies tonight, low 59 to 66. Sunshine and some clouds on Friday. High tomorrow 74 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good first round of the Masters Day. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz. This is Ocala Talks. We're coming to you from the palatial studios, albeit around a soggy rain outburst at the Ocala International Airport, WOCA studios in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. Joining me on the phone lines as he does every first day of the Masters Day, Galen Unal joins us. Thanks to good folks at Penn Flooring, Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, and Just Shipped. Happy first day of the Masters, Galen.
Well, today is, we're just going to call it opening day.
Opening day, I like it. Because opening day in
of
baseball, yeah.
Oh, gosh, what a great day. Again, as I've said, this is the best week of sports.
The reigning champs open today.
Yeah, the Red Sox play the Yankees. Of course, it got postponed due to inclement weather. But again, they'll play them all weekend. It's always good when you got baseball and the Masters.
Yeah,
Tiger Woods is going to play.
Tiger's playing and says, by the way, and he says he thinks he can win. And Brandel Chambly last night on live from the Masters said he's watched Tiger for the last 2 days and says the golf game's there. It's just going to be how grueling is the up and down elevation of Augusta National going to be on Tiger's ankle.
Well, and let's be clear, if it were any other tournament, he wouldn't be fired up, but it's Augusta. It arguably, if you were to pick one golfer in the whole world for one course, it would be Tiger at Augusta.
Ooh,
right?
I don't know. I might have to take Jack at Augusta instead.
But it's a fair argument, right?
It is a fair argument.
And you'd be hard pressed to have somebody convince you otherwise. There's nothing better than seeing Tiger Woods in the red on Sunday making a charge, or really, let's be clear, keeping the lead. Master Sunday as he turns Amen Corner. It's just such a beautiful golf course.
It really is.
I saw the dude perfect, and I thought they did a really good job.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it from a standpoint of entertainment. From a standpoint of entertainment, it was entertaining.
But
it's the Augusta National.
But they respected the course.
I understand they did. I don't think the members did by allowing them on in the first place.
Fair enough. When I first saw it, I was appalled. But I was like, no.
No. They respected the course, and they talked about the in the video you saw that they understood. They understood where they were at and how important it was, what they were doing, and everything. I don't think the green jackets should have allowed it. That's all.
I respect that.
That's all. Hey, speaking of green jackets and things that they had to do that just had to be a little uncomfortable, man, did they come out quick and say, look, we didn't tell Phil he couldn't play. Phil made that decision.
Oh, absolutely, and they had to.
Yeah.
And
he was invited.
And by the way, it's Augusta and the Masters. They don't really care about that anything outside of.
They certainly do not. Ask the Burke woman. Ask the Burke woman who got CBS to feel a little uncomfortable and got some people to pull sponsorships because there were no women members. And then the Masters pinned a check for $30 million and told CBS, play it commercial free.
And then, by the way, and that's the other reason why this tournament is so great.
Only 1 minute of commercials every hour.
Oh, it's so great. I've had the debate, like, what would you change for at Augusta National? Right? And we could talk about individual holes. But
the pimento cheese sandwiches suck. They're not good.
Well, you have to like pimento cheese.
No, I hate it. I hate it. You know why the members? You know why they sell pimento cheese to you? Because the members hate it too, and they're not eating it, so they feed it to the patrons.
That's right. That's right. Again, it's there's not a lot you would change. It's just a perfect.
No.
And by the way, I don't want this every week.
You may put a little more pine. You may put a little more pine straw down. You know,
you don't want this style. You don't want this every week because it's Augusta, and it is so special, and it got so screwed up because of COVID, right? And Dustin Johnson played it at the wrong time of the year.
He played it in November, wasn't it? September, November, something like that.
Yeah, and it's not the same. And
I don't even count it, even though he's got a green jacket. I don't count it.
Okay, Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, I don't count Dustin Johnson. He didn't win in April. Sorry.
It's still pretty nice.
It is nice. It's
still nice.
You know, even with an asterisk, it's pretty good.
By the way, he's not taking an asterisk, and I'll.
You're breaking up really bad. You must be in a bad spot.
It's pouring rain really bad.
Yeah.
No, it's just pouring.
Yeah, it was just pouring. It was just pouring here at the airport, and now it's not a drop. Not a drop.
A little spell.
Take extra time out there, folks. Take a little extra time out there on the roads, as you don't want to miss opening day of baseball and the Masters. So you want to get home safe. And I got, with my new phone that's a tablet and a phone, and then with the new computer system at Just Ship because Susan just opened, and I work the afternoon shifts. Oh, I'm set up. Because I got the streaming service. I got the streaming service, so I can hook it on, put it on my computers and everything. I'm set up. If you bring something today, it may not get shipped out. I'm telling you. No, I'm kidding. It'll get shipped out.
Good business model.
It'll get shipped out. My wife would kill me if it didn't get shipped out. So.
But that's a great thing about Augusta is you're not, because there's 59 minutes of coverage, they show like 7 replays of every great shot.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic. I don't know. I'm excited about it. I love the tournament. And then once darkness falls, I'll be able to watch some baseball, and we'll be all set. And then, of course, the Formula One's in Australia, so that comes on at midnight. I may not sleep.
And then
sleep is for losers.
Think about Sunday. You got the final game of the opening series of all these baseball teams. Okay? The final game of the opening series. Plus you got the final round of the Masters. Plus you got Man City playing Liverpool for first place in the English Premier League.
In the Premier.
And then if you want to, you just flip over and watch them drive around in a circle for a while with a NASCAR race.
Yeah,
it's a Sunday. It's a Sunday full.
And it's a great week of sports. Started with a phenomenal NCAA tournament. I don't know if you saw the ratings. The ratings were really, really high for that basketball game. And then you've got Tiger on, and it's going to be all Tiger all the time today.
Oh, yeah.
All Tiger all the time.
Oh, yeah. That is CBS will have. Don't think CBS is going to show a lot of players. It's going to be the round. It's going to be the Tiger round. or ESPN. It'll be the Tiger round.
Wait.
It'll be the Tiger round.
I can't wait.
We got to take it.
Who wins? Give me your winner.
Well, we'll do that. We'll do that sometime today. Right now, we got to take a break.
Okay.
Right now, we got to take a break. You're listening to Ocala Talks on a Thursday on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Thursday, Galen Unall from Life South joins us as he does every day. Brought to you by the good folks at JustShip.net, Palm Garden Health Rehabilitation Center, and Penn Flooring. Galen, I'm gonna give you who I think will win here in a few minutes, but I want to get your opinion on. We kind of glossed over it in the opening, but I really want to know what you think about. Here's a past Masters champion. Now he's on the Champions Tour, but he's still got good enough game where he won the PGA 2 years ago. He's been in some trouble with, has stance on this Saudi Arabian Golf League, but the fact that Phil Mickelson chose not to play in this Masters, and then the Green Jackets had to say it was Phil's choice, not ours. Well, I mean, is this a godsend that Tiger's playing now, so that the news media isn't so keyed in on Phil not being there? Did Tiger help Phil out by being there, so it takes the spotlight off Phil and his transgressions recently? And his not being at the Masters?
Let's say this is the U.S. Open. I would agree with you. I would say yes. But this is Augusta. This is Masters. And as I said, nothing matters outside those gates. You will not hear about any. They've had protesters walking on the streets.
Every year. Every year they do.
Completely.
Every year they do.
Ignore it completely. So, yeah, I mean, they've had much bigger issues than this. Even when Raymond Floyd said, maybe we'll give him chicken and collard greens.
That was not That was not Raymond Floyd.
Not Ray Floyd. It was
Fuzzy Zeller.
Fuzzy Zeller. Sorry, Fuzzy Zeller. Right? They ignored that, and that was a far bigger Master-specific controversy. You will not hear this mentioned. You won't, and nobody will really care.
After they addressed it originally by saying Phil was not uninvited. Right.
I was kind of surprised he even brought it up, but he was asked a very direct question, and he answered it. And I think he even said, we invited all the past champions, as we always do.
That's what he said.
I don't know if he said Phil's name specifically.
No, he said all the past champions.
Yeah. So, again, this is I understand your point. I just don't think it matters because it's Augusta.
This year was announced.
By the way, I love that about Augusta.
Right.
No matter what's going on in the world, let's just focus on golf, shall we?
Another.
We don't need to salute nurses and all that all the time, or our heroes. Let's just play some golf and relax and enjoy it. Turn your mind off of the rest of the world.
Another.
Not so bad.
No. Another example of the Masters that my childhood has fast gone away. This year, one of the honorees, the honoree starters, one of the three starters. It's been, it was Jack, Arnie, and Gary. Before that, it was why am I drawing a blank on the guys that were there before?
Pete Trevino.
No, it wasn't Trevino. It was.
What's the guy with the
guys from Texas? All the guys from Texas that were the generation before Arnie.
All right.
I forget who. For some reason, I'm not. Byron Nelson.
Rodriguez.
Byron Nelson and those guys did it for a while. But the newest honoree, who teed off this morning at 7:03 Eastern Time, Tom Watson. My childhood's going away. Tom Watson's now an honorable starter at Augusta.
He was my favorite golfer for a long time. I think he's got one of those guys whose history is kind of forgotten about. Just how good of a player he was.
He's the best British Open champion ever.
Oh, hold on. That's a ridiculous statement. I need to see if it is truly ridiculous.
I mean, who's won more than he has over there?
No one. Boy, that is not a ridiculous statement.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that kind of hit me out of left field. I'm okay with that call.
He's the greatest Open champion ever. He just is.
Without more information, I don't think I can argue with that.
You can't because he is. It's kind of like everybody said that Joe Montana because he's 4-0. No, Tom has 7 rings now, I think. I don't care how many losses he has. When you got that many rings above the next guy, you're the greatest quarterback of all time. Tom Watson's the greatest player in Open history because he's won it more than anybody else has.
His bunker game was so good, it revolutionized how you play out of the bunker.
Yes. So, Tom Watson now, an honorary starter, an honored starter at the Masters. That means my childhood is long gone because I remember as a kid watching Tom Watson win the Open Championship in the late 70s and everything. So my childhood's gone.
He interviewed him at TPC. He did something at TPC, and I think it was '95. And I interviewed him. I was like, "Wow, I'm interviewing Tom Watson. That's pretty darn cool."
I've been when he's been at a podium talking at the Players Championship. I was in the media audience, so that's as close as I've ever been to meeting Tom Watson. But I do have a Tom Watson. But I do have a Tom Watson connection. In 1996, the deputy commander of Fort Gordon was a guy named Colonel Michael Barron, who was my father-in-law at the time, and he called us and said, "Hey, I got tickets to the Masters, badges to the Masters that they gave to me here at the base, and I don't really like golf. Would you and Kathleen, my wife at the time, like to come up from Statesboro and go to the Masters?" And I was like, "Sure, we go to the Masters." Well, the badges he gave me were the Tom Watson family badges. Not Tom Watson badges, the Tom Watson family. So you didn't get into where Tom Watson could get into, but you got on the grounds. And people treated us a little better because they thought we were part of the Tom Watson family, too. That helped.
Tom Watson. Yeah.
And then what's your name? What's your name, sir? Tom. Oh, and you're part of the Tom Watson family. Oh, good. I don't think I didn't milk that, pal. Believe me, I milked it that day.
You should.
Milked it.
Who wins? Who wins? I need your picks.
Oh.
Give me three.
Okay, I think John Rahm wins it if he can keep his emotions in check.
He's done it, by the way. He's completely matured and grown up on
Right.
that. I think he's. I think that's a good call, John Rahm.
I think John Rahm is one. I'd be remiss if I didn't say Scotty Scheffler just because he's ranked number 1 in the world and he's on the hottest streak in golf right now.
Yeah, but I don't think this is a good course for him. But you can say that. That's fine.
And just something about this golf course lets me think that the other Spaniard has always got a shot to win because it sets up. It's such a good golf course for him. So, but if you had to put me, if you had to give me, everybody said that yet he owns a green jacket.
I got three.
But I think John Rahm's got the best chance to win it. I think.
So you got Sergio, John Rahm, and Shep.
Yeah, that's who. Yeah, I'd take that. I'd be okay with that. I don't know, maybe. Could I switch Sergio out for Will Zalatoris?
It's not a bad call.
Yeah, let me switch Sergio out for Will Zalatoris.
It won't be a British guy because no British
guy's ever won it. Are you kidding me?
I'm going to take the long hitters because I think the long hitters are going to be. I think they're going to dominate. I'll take Dustin Johnson. I'll take his favorite partner. I really think Jordan Spieth is always good there. Take Jordan.
I think 12 haunts him too bad. 12 haunts him too bad.
No, I think he'll be over that. He's playing okay. I'll take Jordan Spieth. And then who do I take? Do I take the guy from Florida State or his arch nemesis? Who do I?
If it was me, I'm taking Brooksy if I'm taking it. But I understand you got whiny babies in the discussion. I know.
I think I'll take whiny baby.
Yeah,
I just think he can overpower this golf course.
We'll see.
But
Tiger did it. Tiger
Koepka,
overpowered it.
Brooks Koepka will be in the discussion.
And there'll always be somebody in the discussion that you'll go, who? And then you'll go, yeah, but then you'll go, but yeah, wait, Sunday's still coming.
Oh, sure.
And look, we're selling the reigning champion short because he's got a pretty good game.
Oh yeah,
the man from Japan is not a bad golfer.
No, absolutely. I don't think he has not played well since then. He's on the chicken banquet circuit, the rubber chicken circuit.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine for the rest of his life. There's no way he repeats.
Oh, by winning the Masters, he became the #1 idol of the entire country of Japan.
Sure. I don't even know if he'll make the cut. He is not. He's on that chicken banquet, man.
He is not playing well at all. He's not playing. But this could be where he gets it all together.
No, you don't just get it all together at Augusta, unless your name is Jack or Tiger.
Well,
Augusta exposes you. It doesn't all of a sudden glue you all together.
Here's according to Golf Week and Sarrigan. Here's who they have Here's who they have as the top 3 people: Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm, and Will Zalatoris. So look, Golf Week knows what they're talking about.
Wow, it's good to see where you get your information.
Golf Week. They got Justin Thomas as 4th, Hideki 5th.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about Justin Thomas. I just don't think he's playing very well.
And here's a surprise. Guess who they have as the 6th option to win? Tyrell Hatton.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Wow. Tyrell Hatton.
That would be really fun.
So, and we didn't even talk about Victor Hovland. When is he going to make a big breakthrough and come and live up to whatever the hype everybody talked about?
He's a European. He's got no chance here.
We got to take a break. We'll be back more with Galen Unal after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. It's a Masters Thursday and opening day in baseball. Keep it right here on Ocala Talks.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
The Senate is expected to confirm Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson today, securing her lifetime appointment on the Supreme Court. 3 Republican senators, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, Susan Collins of Maine, and Mitt Romney of Utah, have said they will support Jackson, who will replace Justice Stephen Breyer when he retires this summer. Democrat Senator Tim Kaine.
Stellar academic credentials, prestigious clerkships, a strong track record as a public defender and a member of the U.S. Sentencing Commission.
Opponents point out her soft-on-crime history and her inability to define a woman as grounds for Jackson not to be the next Supreme Court judge. Democrat-led House of Representatives last week approved a retirement bill for full benefits that would push back the age to 75, up from the current age of 72. That change, if it passes the Senate, would be gradually phased in by 2032. USA Radio News.
If you're like most Americans, you're pretty much in disbelief with what's going on in the world. As we all know, global problems are having local consequences. Too many of them. And if the peanut butter really hits the fan, are you ready? Grocery store supply chains are only as strong as their weakest link. Don't wait for them to break. Now's the time to secure emergency food for everyone in your family. My Patriot Supply is America's largest preparedness company. Our specially packaged and delicious food stays fresh for up to 25 years in storage. It'll be there when you need it. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and pick up several emergency food kits. There are a dozen different sizes that average over 2,000 calories per day. Our food kits will ship quickly and discreetly to your door. Having food storage in your home beats government food lines hands down. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today and prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Blockers Furniture is having a truckload sale. Right now, you can save 20% on sofas and love seats when you mention radio. Blockers' 80,000 square foot showroom is home to the largest in-stock selection of living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, unique furniture accents, outdoor furniture, and more. That means you can take your furniture home that same day or have it delivered. Check out the Blockers Sleep Gallery, too. They carry a huge selection of mattresses, including all the name brands you love. Blockers Furniture truckload sale. 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala, next to Hobby Lobby. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
It's bow time. Ever taste something so good you just get hooked? Like the Bo Jangler, the only fish sandwich splashed with Bo's famous seasoning. So we're having a fish fry, Bo Jangle style, spicing up premium fish fillets with the good stuff and slathering them with melty cheese and tangy tartar sauce to hook your taste buds with just one bite. Reel in a Bojangler today, only at Bojangles.
Catch the Bojangler at 4828 Southwest College Road here in Ocala.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Did you you know that there's an Italian bakery and deli in Ocala? Yes, there is. Right now, they're busy making traditional Easter treats, Easter bread, ricotta pies, St. Joseph's cakes, and so much more. They make them fresh daily, just like your Nonna made. Mangia. The Italian bakery and deli is located on North Magnolia Avenue, just north of downtown. So call ahead and order early. 352-207-2667. Happy Easter and God bless.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. We're talking about this Thursday being opening day of baseball, opening day of the Masters. Galen Unall from Life South joins us. He does every day. Thanks to the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, just shipped, and Penn Flooring. Galen, I want to ask you a question and see how much you know about Masters lore. Are you familiar?
All right, let's do it.
Are you familiar with? Wait, where's my computer? With the rain and everything, it's not going there. Are you familiar with Herman and Elizabeth Thacker of Augusta, Georgia? Are you familiar with this family?
No, I am not.
You know, the neighborhood around Augusta National was homes and everything, and on the back side where the parking is now done, Augusta spent the better part of 20 years buying homes at rates that made people instant millionaires. Homes that were valued at $300,000 to $400,000 that were being bought for 1.3, 1.4, just to ensure the people would sell the houses to the Augusta National, and then Augusta bulldozed them to make parking lots.
Sounds like a sound investment.
To make parking lots.
Sound investment.
Okay, near gate 6A and gate 7A and gate 8A, that whole neighborhood back there. Save for one house. They bought over 100 houses covering 270 acres since 1999, spent over $2 million buying these houses. But there's one family that refuses to sell. Eugene and Elizabeth, their house is right in the middle of all the parking lots and everything. It's 1,900 square foot house, valued at $320,000 on the Augusta tax rolls. The last offer made by the Augusta National was about a year and a half ago. $2.1 million. Wow. Yeah. The couple built the house in 1959. They watched as their neighborhood became a parking lot. They don't mind the crowds at all. Sometimes fans will stop by. They talk to them on the porch. They compliment them about their landscape and everything. And the husband says, "Hey, there's more to it than just money. We raised our 2 children here. Our 5 grandchildren, our 5 great-grandchildren love coming to Grandpa's house." Now, they did sell 2 other properties they sold one other property that was right across the street for $1.2 million to the National, but they're not selling their family homestead that they built in 1959 and have raised their family in. And a lot of people, if you know that area, a lot of people love the Thacker family for standing up against what they see as the big bully, the Masters, that's bulldozed all these houses to make parking lots. And the Thackers refused, saying, "This is where our family was built. We're not, until we're gone and our children can make the decision, we're not selling, we're not moving."
I respect that. It's hard not to respect it, right?
Oh.
Home is home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, it's capitalism at its finest.
And one of their grandsons, by the way, one of their grandsons, Scott Brown, he's a PGA Tour member. He hadn't qualified for the Masters yet, but he's a pro golfer. He's on the PGA Tour.
Of course he is. But again, I'm glad they didn't put in like incite eminent domain or something. I hate that law. But yeah, it's good for them. Absolutely good for them.
Yeah, but and the fact that they've turned down, the house is only worth $320,000 according to the tax rolls. They've been offered $2.1 million and said, "Nope, sorry about your luck." That's 7 times what the house is worth. 7 times. Nope, sorry.
Money, get money,
Nope.
and everything. And they're already obviously okay if they already got $1 million for another lot.
Well,
I think and let's be clear, there's no mortgage due on that house.
No.
They've been there since the 50s.
And by the way, that neighborhood was one of the, part of the National is in an area town that's not the best. But right next to that area was a very well-to-do neighborhood, and that's the neighborhood they made the parking lot because, people will sell you their houses for millions of dollars. And so, it was the least controversial area to buy up and bulldoze houses. And so they did, and people made a lot of money, but people in that area already, it was the old money of Augusta that lived in that area already. So they weren't hurting.
Yeah, it's a business decision.
Right. They weren't hurting. So they were like, no, our family, we built the foundation of our family. We built this house in 1959. By the way, I just found out, I just looked it up. You know how much they paid for, you know how much the total bill was when they built the house in 1959?
$28,000?
Galen.
I have no idea.
That's ridiculous. $4,753.
Oh my gosh! I think they've probably done some renovations since then.
$4,753 to build the house total in 1959. They've been offered $2.1 million for it.
Jeez.
That's a pretty good return on your investment. That's pretty good return on your investment.
Yeah. Is the ceremony already taking place?
Yeah.
Doesn't it take place at like 8:30?
No, the ceremony's way early because they tee off in the 7 o'clock. The ceremony's like as soon as the sun peeks through the clouds. It could be as early as 6:55 in the morning, depending on when sunrise is.
Yeah.
You got to get there. I was there.
Go out.
I was there in '96 for the opening ceremonies, and we got to the golf course at 4 in the morning, and we were 10 people back, and we got there at 4 in the morning.
Wow. Somebody's going to go out and shoot a 6 under today.
Oh, they will.
And post that all
And do you
day.
know why you know that? Because it rained at Augusta, so everything's going to be accepting. Today the long hitters.
Absolutely.
Today the long hitters could really separate themselves today.
That's exactly right.
Because it's going to be a wet golf course. It's going to be a wet, soft golf course. But then the north wind's supposed to come in with that cool front that's coming in. It's going to bring mid-70s here and 50s. It's supposed to come into Augusta, and that wind's supposed to be whipping with that cool weather. It's going to dry that thing out fast.
So I still think 12 to 14 under wins it. I don't think it'll be much.
Although we're sitting here talking about how wet it is or how dry it could be and everything, we know full well that they can dry or leave those greens as wet as they want them because of the systems underneath them, the heating systems underneath them and everything.
And if they want to press them, and really make them roll, it's marvelous golf.
You know what television doesn't do for the golf course though, and it's a shame. And no matter how advanced television gets, until we have 3D television, you're never going to understand it. Until you're on those grounds and walking that golf course, you have no actual real concept of the elevation changes. You just don't. Like the number 6 green, you know that it's got a lower tier and an upper tier. What you don't know, because you can't see it on TV as well, is that the difference between the lower tier and the upper tier is a section about 6 feet wide that drops at about a 9% grade. It's a ridiculous. It's almost like dropping off a cliff. It's so ridiculous. But you can't see that.
Again, it's
another thing you don't know. Another thing you can't see on TV is the number 6 tee box is up above the green, just below the tee box. From the tee box down to the creek, there are patrons sitting underneath that tee box, and they drive over their heads.
They'll show them occasionally. they show them occasionally, and I'm like, I would sit there.
Oh yeah, it's a great place to sit.
Sure.
One of the greatest places to be on the course is the scoreboard just off the number 7 green, because you can see the number 2 green, you can see the number 7 green, and you can see them tee off on 8. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
And they haven't put up a bunch of video boards that you can actually see on TV. Do they? I don't know if they have a ton of them. The way they've installed them now at other golf courses.
I don't think they do.
Like
Last time I was
got
there,
them everywhere.
I mean, mind you, last time I was there was 10 years ago this week. So, but there wasn't any then. There were still the manual scoreboards where they always are, and there were no digital scoreboards.
Yeah.
So.
Well, digital screens.
Digital screens,
like
none of that.
There put up a bunch of video screens.
There was none of that. There were over where people were eating and all in the eating areas where you could watch it, but there was none out on the course. But I was there 10 years ago. Hadn't been back in 10 years.
Yeah. I'm curious. And they do a good job of making sure that they're not on the screen on TV.
Right.
Just Augusta. You know, I need to see the dogwoods. I need to see the azaleas.
Hello, friends.
And again, Jim Nance, when you originally told me, I'm like, he did a great job of that.
He did. The dude perfect thing was good. I just didn't like that they were allowed on the golf course in the first place.
Right. I think Jim Nance is incredibly pompous, and part of that is because I'm incredibly jealous of him.
That's it. You know who I feel that way about? You know who I feel that way about? Bob Costas.
Me?
No,
Bob Costas he's losing it. He's becoming a political pundit. And Jim Nance, you don't really know how he feels about certain topics.
I know how he feels about sports, and that's all I care about. I know how Jim Nance feels about sports, and that's all I worry about.
What I loved about Brent Musburger is Brent Musburger was far more emotional.
You're looking live.
Well, Brent Musburger was my childhood hero. But Jim Nance is just, I'm just the voice in the background.
You know who
what I mean?
Speaking of announcers, everybody's got that one announcer that they associate with. And while Brent Musburger, Keith Jackson, all were football, I actually have a trio that when I hear their names, I'm instantly 9 years old. And it's Kurt Gowdy, Joe Garagiola, and Tony Kubek. Because they did the NBC Game of the Week on baseball.
Sure, absolutely.
Kurt Gowdy, Joe Garagiola, and Tony Kubek. But
if Brent Musburger could do my eulogy,
you'd be in good shape.
That would make me very happy.
You'd be in good shape.
That would be awesome.
And the thing is,
that would be amazing.
How crazy is that? That I couldn't even told you about football until I got old enough that somebody said, "Hey, maybe that big kid ought to play football." My love is always and always will be the game of baseball. Just couldn't hit a curveball. Just couldn't hit a curveball.
Well, I'm curious as to see how this season plays out for a bunch of teams, and that's what 162 games
does for you.
I know people's like it's too many games, but I enjoy it. I love the everyday routine.
Yeah, but what are you going to take it down
no
to?
matter what.
148? You're not going to go much lower than 148 if you shorten it.
Oh, and I like the fact that it's on every day. It's on 6 days a week.
So do I. Valley Sports Network. I'm ready.
I still haven't renewed my subscription. I guess I'll make that decision today.
So that brings me to this question then, because I got in a discussion about this last night. And first off, can we just say that when guys are standing around listening to a band play some blues music, having a few adult beverages, some of the dumbest conversations happen. Can we agree on that?
Well, blues music is terrible.
Oh, I love the blues. But anyway, can we just agree that sometimes in-depth conversations that when you look back on them 24 hours later, you go, I'm never getting that time back. But it was very important to have that discussion at that moment. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
Well, we got in one of these discussions last night, a buddy of mine, and I thought, well, this will be a perfect thing to ask Galen about because he'll know how stupid this conversation was, and he'll give me a good response. We got into discussion about, are they defending or are they reigning champions? And I said,
that's a fair question.
And I said, you're not defending your championship. Nobody's taking it from you in baseball. You defend a boxing championship. You defend a MMA championship because it can be taken from you.
Cup.
You defend the Ryder Cup. Yeah. Nobody can take the fact that the Atlanta Braves were the 2021 World Series champions. They don't have to defend anything. That's a fact. So I always come down on the side of, unless it's a fight unless it's where a trophy or title changes hands, it's always reigning. It's never defending. My buddy's like, no, they're the defending champions because they're the champions that are, they're the last one to win the World Series, so they're defending their championship. No, they're not. Nobody's taking it from them.
I understand both sides of the coin, and by the way, I respect that discussion. But technically, you're right. It's raining for baseball, football, and any team sport like the Stanley Cup.
Except for the Ryder Cup.
Better. Except for the Ryder Cup.
Or the President's Cup.
Because that's the...
Or the Davis Cup.
Yeah, no.
Or the America's Cup.
Those are the last two.
The America's Cup. You like how I pulled that one out?
I love the America's Cup.
It's a great. I love something about. I don't know a damn thing about yacht racing, but I'll watch the America's Cup every time it's on.
You know why? Because it was great daytime TV.
Just like I don't know a damn thing about bike. I don't know a damn thing about bike racing, but for some reason I watched the Tour de France.
But the great thing about America's Cup, by like the fourth week, you feel like you understand the tactic. You think you could this is what they need to do, and then when they don't do it, like, wow, this captain is terrible.
They almost lost me when they went from yachts to catamarans, though. Sailboats to catamarans. They almost lost me.
Oh, they're just faster.
I know, lots faster. So then they got me back because of how fast they were.
But and it's all relative. And you don't know a darn thing about America's Cup until it starts.
Nothing. But by the way, we had this discussion about reigning versus defending. It went for a good 20 minutes.
There's nothing wrong with that. What's the problem with that?
He just would not succumb to the fact that I was right and I wasn't having it. It's like the people that it's one of my pet peeves. One of my other pet peeves, and this is because I'm crazy. Let's just be honest. One of my other pet peeves is when people go, "It's the first annual." It can never be the first annual. It's either the inaugural or second annual. There is no first annual. And when people put that on their golf tournaments, this is the first annual Bobby Boucher golf tournament. No, it's not.
I respect that, too. And again, you're right. We've probably all done it. But, yeah, you're right.
I just, it's these things that, I'm quick to stop. Like we had a golf tournament last year for dementia awareness that benefited the hospice of Marion County, and it was a very big success. Raised almost $40,000 for the first tournament that this group put together. And I go to the first committee meeting, and they hand out these pamphlets, and they're professionally done. And they're top-notch. The artwork on them is great and everything. And I threw it on the table, and the lady goes, "What's wrong with you?" I go, "Well, that's garbage." She goes, "Excuse me?" I go, "It says first annual. That's impossible. There's no way it could be the first annual. All of them are wrong. You should reprint these." Needless to say, they had already had 3,000 of them printed. There was no reprint. But my first inkling, and I don't know any of these people except for one guy in the committee. Their first introduction to me is I'm telling them their pamphlet's garbage because it doesn't say inaugural, it says first annual. I may be crazy, Galen. I may be certifiably nuts. Is Galen even there? Galen, I think we lost Galen. I think we did. Well, if he was here, he'd agree with me that I'm nuts. He would definitely agree with me that I was nuts. I hope he calls back because I got one more thing I want to ask him. It's this weather and these phone lines, and if you've noticed, the satellite's been cutting in and out for First Light and everything this morning. When you get these thick kind of rain clouds like this, satellites are great and everything, but if you got a satellite at home for your TV and everything, you know how this kind of weather affects satellites. And so that's probably what's going on here. Hey, coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, it's Vets News with the folks from Vets Helping Vets. They're going for a full hour today. It's a special guest they have, so they're going to go for the full hour with Vets Helping Vets. But today is opening day of Major League Baseball as well. And just to give you a look at some of the games that will be taking place today on opening day. Some have already been canceled, though, because of inclement weather. They've already called it because of inclement weather. But let's go look and see. You got the Cubs playing Milwaukee. You got Cleveland at Kansas City. St. Louis at Pittsburgh at St. Louis. The Mets at the Nationals. The Cincinnati Redlegs tonight at 8:08 against the reigning World Series champion Atlanta Braves. You got Houston Astros at the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. San Diego opens up at Arizona, and that's tonight as well. And I guess last night actually, or maybe that's the last spring training game, but the power rankings for the World Series before the season starts is the Los Angeles Dodgers are the pick to win. Toronto Blue Jays are second on that list. The New York Mets are third on that list. And the Atlanta Braves are fourth on the list, although Yahoo calls them the defending champs. And they're not. They're the reigning champs. God, even Yahoo gets it wrong. So if you're a big-time Braves fan, like I am, they're fourth. The Chicago White Sox are listed as the fifth best team. And then if you want the bandwagon guys, they say the Padres, the Mariners, the Twins, or the Philadelphia Phillies and Los Angeles Angels. So then they have the Yankees and the Red Sox at 11 and 12. So there's the top 12 teams that Yahoo Sports thinks are going to be in the major leagues this year, because that's where we're at now with the playoffs. 12 teams. They added some more teams to the playoffs. So actually there's 16 now. I don't know, but they changed the rule this year, so I got to go back and look that up. But baseball starts today, along with the Masters. And if you are a golf fan, this is the weekend for you, because it'll be wall-to-wall Masters. It's going to be on CBS, ESPN. It's going to be on Paramount Network. Paramount Network's going to have like 4 or 5 different groups they're following, plus Amen Corner you can watch. So if you got Paramount Plus or Paramount Network, you'll be able to watch the Masters there as well. So it's just, all in all, it's going to be a great weekend, and especially for golf, because the Masters is, for me, it's the top golf tournament. Then it's the U.S. Open, then it's the British Open, then the Players' Championship, and then finally the PGA Championship. I'd like to see the Players' Championship replace the PGA Championship, to be honest with you, but they're not going to do that because they already have one golf tournament that doesn't move locations, the Masters. So they're not going to have 2 majors that don't move location. They're just not going to do it. And so the Players will never be one of the 4 majors. They can add a 5th major. The LPGA has has 5 majors. There's no rule that says you only have 4 majors. There's no rule about that. So way to watch the Masters. Let's see. It'll take place Thursday. Let me try to tell you all the places. ESPN Plus, Paramount with paid prescription. You can watch round 1 today from 3 to 7:30 on ESPN. Fridays, 3 to 7:30 on ESPN. Saturday, 3 to 7 on CBS. Sunday, 2 to 7 on CBS. So Bryson DeChambeau tees off today at 10:23. Tiger Woods plays with Ocala's Louis Oosthuizen at 10:34 today. The reigning champ Hideki Matsui, Justin Thomas, they tee off at 10:45. Dustin Johnson plays with Florida Gator Billy Horschel and Colin Morikawa. That's going to be a good group to watch. That's at 1:30 today. Will Zalatoris, Patrick Cantlay, and John Rahm tee off at 1:41 today. Jordan Spieth, Victor Hovland, Xander Schauffele, they're at 1:52 today. Brooksy and Roy McIlroy at 2:03 today. So Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, and Tom Watson, the honorary starters, teed off at 7:40 this morning. So it's just going to be wall-to-wall Masters all weekend. And it's opening day of baseball and opening day of the Masters. How could you get better than that? Oh, wait, I know how. By having the guys from Vets Helping Vets in here with Vets News. Coming up next, right here on Ocala Talks. You're listening to 1370 AM 96.3 FM. We are WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Conference scheduled through 23rd. It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Clint Thompson in for Tyron Spearman. Registration is underway for the 23rd Annual Southern Peanut Growers Conference scheduled for July 21st through 23rd at the Edgewater Beach Resort in Panama City Beach, Florida. The three-day event provides farmers from Georgia, Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi a chance to obtain timely information about peanut production, legislative issues, marketing, and promotions. Don Keeler, Executive Director of the Georgia Peanut Commission, discusses the importance of this conference held every summer.
We've got a really great and relevant conference that we're scheduling right now with issues like looking at carbon sequestration and trading carbon credits. We've got an update from Washington because we're in the throes of hearings for a farm bill right now. And so we'll have Congressman G.T. Thompson, who's the ranking member for the House Ag Committee, that'll be there giving some report.
This will also be the last time the conference will be held at Edgewater Beach Resort. Future sites will depend on the advice and information provided by those attending this year's event.
We'll actually ask our participants this year about some alternative locations and try and gauge where the best opportunities are.
Online registration is available through June 30th.
Farmers, produce safety inspections are here. Prepare your farm with an on-farm readiness review. The Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services and University of Florida are partnering to provide this on-site preparation service for free. Our team of produce safety experts offer individualized support to make sure your operation meets the regulatory requirements. Contact us to help prepare your farm today. Request your free visit at www.fdacs.gov/OFRR. That's www.fdacs.gov/OFRR.
For more information, see southeastagnet.com. I'm Clint Thompson on the Southeast AgNet.
Nobody does spring planting like Rural King, and nobody beats our prices on farm and home favorites, like our own lawn and garden batteries for just $19.99, or 1 cubic foot bags of all-purpose topsoil, just $1.89 a piece, and everything looks better with fresh mulch. Get 2 cubic foot bags in cypress, red, brown, or black, just $2.49 a piece. Stock up today at ruralking.com or your neighborhood Rural King, America's farm and home store.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be cloudy, becoming breezy by this afternoon with heavy gusty thunderstorms. Storms can bring flash flooding and damaging winds. High today 84 to 92. Then look for a thunderstorm in spots this evening. Otherwise partly cloudy skies tonight, low 59 to 66. Sunshine and some clouds on Friday. High tomorrow 74 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through A Wealth Management, LLC.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.